Yes, yes, yes. We are live. We are live here. Awesome. And I'm just going to make sure we're going live on LinkedIn at the same time. And hopefully it's going to come through. And I've got no button. Where's the button? It's not coming through on LinkedIn for some reason. How strange. Oh, yep. It is coming. It's going to come through. There we go. Go live. And so we are live, we are live, we are live on Facebook and LinkedIn with Carey Corr and sing it's your not coming through on LinkedIn for some reason. It for some reason it did it again. There we go. I
Yeah,
don't know why it does that twice. But yes, we are here. We are here. And what was your favorite thing that we were talking about in Kerry about we were going to go into sing your song in lights, but also I think we had an amazing discussion and I just want to get the juiciest bit from that
yeah,
as
yeah. I know what it is. There's two things. One was it's human and human going forward or intentional living is based in these things that we do, which is coming together, us, even you and I, just having this conversation, right? We're moved forward, and there's a lot in storytelling. So for me, it's movies, and for you, it's educating people. But there's a tie to all of that stuff, like music, that just shifts us, it shifts us in a way that coming together around that is just beautiful. And looking at life that it's fun. Like, and we don't really control as much as we don't control much at all. I'll just put it that way. Things happen, accidents, you show up somewhere you don't know. Somebody calls you and say, "Come with me to this music festival," and you don't even know what the music is. And you're just moved, right? You're just moved, or to a movie or whatever. And I think that's the stuff we were talking about that's really powerful. And you can look at that um, if you embrace the truth, that moment by moment, we don't really control much. The accidents and chance and a lot of stuff happens, right? You walk out your door and I don't know, someone's there that you never seen before, and suddenly there's a something happens, right? You don't know what the hell's going on. Like we just don't know. And that can be fun when that's the truth. And that can be more than just fun, but like a way of living that moves us all forward. It embraces uniqueness, or the uniquenesses we all have with each other, and the uniqueness of the world. And I have this sense that the universe works as a chaotic orchestration, you know yeah. And it's
very
based on, yeah, it's based on energies and vibrations and all that. And quantum field and all of that stuff sort of shows us that way. But I mean, I think those things are beautiful, but for me it's more just like understanding that this is how it is, like accepting that, right? And see what kind of beauty you can make of your one time go around here, right? you know and that, and this very well, especially uniqueness. So I want to hear your take on what I just said.
excellent. Yeah, yeah. Well, I heard as well this whole relationship that's linking with music, singing the song, individual songs, and how it interweaves with orchestra, an overall orchestra. What I liked, what that landed for me there was, in a way, it's like what I call neuro creative leadership is that is it comes back around to how I filter that through my understanding is when we're leaders of our own individual lives, um, however or not or however the neuro creativity is what we all share as a way to become responsible for what we're choosing to think, feel, act upon. And it's not just about, hey, I can do the guitar or I can do art in this box. Even that, you can artists go outside of the box to create a message that is in their art individually as visionaries. And yet, what I'm really, really fascinated with is how that could be then all, like you say, more of an orchestra and a groups of people with common plan, common understanding. It doesn't, there's even evidence of orchestras that don't have a set piece where the conductor, can't remember what his name is, but there's a guy who um, has done live events where he was showing that he could make up a song on the spot with an orchestra because he could get like various things happening by sort of saying a plan that had come to his mind, and saying, look, when this happens, this happens. When this happens, this happens. And I'd love the oboes to go dum 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 dum, and then I want the violins to do that. But the rest of it is like making it go louder, making it go softer, and he's like conducting it individually, but there was no necessary rules to it has to be this fixed piece of music that was already there. So it's like setting out philosophies in advance that allows and guides something to go along. So what I got from what you were sharing is that there's still this sense of conscious bringing together, and it's not one person's idea. It's a group of people bringing a message and a performance, and it could be anything in life that makes sense to a group of people is going to make sense to more people rather than one person saying this is the truth, this is what I believe, or as an individual. And the final piece on the other side of that is the orchestra that's already happening in the universe that will come along and potentially draw us a certain way or try to, but it's only, again, it's how we choose to react to that could either cause more issues than just going with it for a bit and seeing where to get off the ride and get back on what the vision is.
That's amazing, man. I'm so glad you just connected that for me. Because that orchestration, without design, I'll use a different word, or control or contrivance or all these things. For me, I don't know what other people think, and they're welcome to it, is what existing with 8 billion people and all of what's on the earth that isn't human, all of that, that's the dance of it. It's the no, it's a dance of no, of orchestrated chaos. It's that thing that just says we don't control all this, but all these uniquenesses fit this giant puzzle, and it can be so beautiful. And just like you use that, and I have to find out what that orchestra is, because that sounds incredible, right? But at the same time, that's what we do if we allow that to be. That's what we do. We take our uniquenesses, each piece, each instrument, each section of the orchestra can just create something at the same time, and it still can fit together with everybody else's. There's not limitations or walls. There's just lack of entanglement, to use a quantum term, although I'm not a quantum scientist, but like I like those terms because there is this entanglement, and to me that isn't like a tying to somebody, that's like a long distance connection like we're having now. So that's so cool that you brought in the orchestra and the music. And the other thing I was thinking about is all of its storytelling, right? Like it's all a story
Hmm.
too. So beliefs are just a simple story that somehow you think is absolute. This has to be, but you don't consider that where it came from, or if, for me, or if anything in the universe is absolute, because some things seem like they are, but they're also not. Like just orbits are not absolute. They don't follow, they're shifting and changing maybe over the course of millions and millions of years, but they're not absolute. So like if something works like that, on such a seemingly stuck foundation, how could our lives work like that? Like even, those things just, it's not a reality, it's a story of reality to say things are stuck, that need to be this way, have to be this way. Like that makes no sense to me, and I don't think it makes sense in the in the creative way either, because when you have limitations, I mean, then you just get stuck in doing the same thing, and after you did one of that thing, why would you want to do another one of that thing? I don't think artists do that, like not all of them. Some do because it sells or whatever, but at the same time, the people we revere, they're always creating something new. It has their full embodiment in it, but it's something new. It's not the same, and life is that challenge, and artists can show us that that's life, that challenge for every human. Not, and that doesn't mean you need to make art. It means that that's the challenge as being a human, is to combine our neural brains.
Mm,
No, yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it's firing off ideas around you just said about the music and like coming back from that sense of orchestra and songs and beliefs. So even just new stories or and you mentioned about the fun before as well, because like if it was like what if it was fun to have differences and talk about them? Just even that sense of curiosity to say, hey, let's talk about how things are different rather than trying to come with a common denominator and how those differences then become a song in as a group in
Yeah.
them in themselves. It's like, yeah, well, there's like this belief system over here, there's this belief system over here. If they all sing in their different ways, uh, then where are the common notes that will sing in harmony? And when is it good to have them singing on their own so they don't clash? Or clash, or knowing when it is clashing that that's okay, and it's part of the understanding of the song, and that it doesn't have to be music itself. It can be a discussion points, and that's what I'm getting from it. This what could it be fun to bring pieces of the puzzle together, or that don't have to fit even that it's a discussion point. Uh, it's showing the diversity. It's showing the where all that lands and what that song could look like. And the last piece that comes from that leads into you mentioned about dancing. Once that's known, once it's all set out, it's part of my 5 daily Ds. Is one of them is dancing, and the dance. If it's just dancing for celebration, yeah, I could put everything down and just get up and listen to something and just self-express or move, which is great in itself, but it's also this dance of when you said about chaos coming along to dance with it, or um uh dance with dance with the structure of things as well. So yeah, and that's just one of the daily Ds. The other one starts with dream as well, to dream into what's important and then dance with it.
Yeah, that's amazing, right? So like this is I'll jump into my world of filmmaking as a writer director. Like film, like music, but music you can do by yourself. I guess some people can make films by themselves, just one person. But at the same time, it's highly collaborative. So why would any real creator of a movie uh, not want to lean into the uniquenesses of all the other collaborators that you're working with, like that? And we live life this way. We don't want to like It's crazy to do that to me. I mean, it would be crazy for me to try to make a film and not do that. And at the same time, I think it's crazy to live life that way too, like not see the power of uniquenesses. Because I believe every one of us is completely a one-off. And our brains work, there's some similarities too, but our brains work differently. Or I don't even know I want to say that so much as my perspective of the world is my only perspective. It can't be yours. It can't be anybody else's. I see, for lack of a better word, the world through my lens, my eyes, or if I don't see, it's my like my feeling, my body, my human form decides how it works in the world. So like it can only be one. So how can there be absolutes? Like it makes more sense to me to lean into that and say, hey, wow, just like we're doing right now. What's Rory's perspective? What can I gain from that? And not gain like grab something to help me move forward, to help my lens widen and see more, and also help me lean back more into my own perspective and how powerful it is when I learn something new from somebody else's perspective. It does both. It expands my perspective while reaffirming its own thing. And like, there's no fear in that.
Mm, amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And look, it blending back round to singing your song in lights. What does what's that about?
That's about the movie that we're in the process of getting up and made and seen by people. The title of it is Sing Your Song. But Sing Your Song in Lights is the place where everybody can come and be a part of that journey. Even if you're just someone who wants to see it in the end, there's lots of places because like we need resources to do it all. Like that's human with everything. Humans all need resources and they need to come from other humans. It's a myth that they come from some other thing, a bank or something. That's just humans who run the bank. Like we are the systems, right? Humans are at the bottom of every single system. No system exists without a human attached to it. So we need humans. So our perspective on it for Sing Your Song is life. Bring the humans who want to see a movie made with intention, that's fun, that teaches you about finding your authentic self without it teaching you anything. It's just an entertainment thing, right? Like, or you can gain from the movie that. We need those people who want to find their space in that and bring their uniqueness for the uniquenesses that I have I'm working with a small team on the project already because people have resonated with it from the start after and so like we were expanding that team because all of those spaces, all of those uniquenesses are needed for this whole collaboration, right? It's not like I need Hollywood to write me a check or buy the rights and tell me how to do the movie and then they're going to put it in the theater. Like that's even though there's humans at the bottom of that system doesn't work. It doesn't bring everybody, it doesn't do what we're just talking about here. And that's no fun for me. It's fun to work with people. Even if I disagree, it's fun to get their perspective on it because sometimes what I even think I disagree on opens up a whole new door and a whole new way to see what can happen and moves the project forward. And that's what Sing Your Song in Lights is. We're creating a movie experience from before the movie's made, and that everyone can come and get involved in if you have interest or resonance. There's a space in there, and that's how we're going to want to make movies in the future, human style, with humans, not with human-made systems that pretend they're not human.
Excellent. Amazing. That's that the way you say it there is really exciting and um I want to hear more ASAP. Yeah, so as soon as you've got more information, if you're watching this and you want to either be involved in it and somehow, it sounds like it's at this moment, it's the melting pot. I like the word melting pot of
Mm.
like ideas, um, what it could look like to be involved or be ready to absorb it when it's arrived, all the way through to skills that are needed and or contributions in some way. That's what I'm getting from this.
You said it perfectly, much better than I did. That's exactly it. And it's not just like financial contributions, it's like bringing yourself, but sometimes that's money, sometimes that's something else, sometimes that's access to other people, that's spreading the word. It's all of that. It's coming with your authentic self. You can get involved in a project and express that because we love that and need that, because that's for me true filmmaking. And I have come to the understanding that audience is a major player in this. And that doesn't mean they're going to guide what the casting decisions, because that makes no sense either. You know what I mean? Because let's just, but there's a space for which their importance needs to be recognized and brought in from the start, and their position, not on the creative stuff, because like that's not true vision or creatives, like, I mean, that's not it, but on a lot of the business, on other aspects of how a movie reaches people and all of this, and then get to follow along as the creativity is happening. We're taking them right in from the get-go all the way through so that they can see and apply that to their lives. What do you do in your work or whatever? You can see these these decisions that are made, this connection with people, the intentionality of everything we're doing. You get to witness that and be a part of that, and comment on it with us,
Mm.
and connect with us and talk. It's about conversation and dialogue all throughout the whole process. And after the movie's made, it's about dialogue about what it is with everybody. So that's what we're offering. And we do have the LinkedIn page, and soon the website will be up and running where people can like go and check it out, and just see. And then we do have an event coming up on September 13th that will be to explain all this, to explain that in more detail, how people can get in and what we're doing. And it'll be fun event too. We have some music in it and some stuff, live music. Just uh, to get back to kind of what we were saying, and you mentioned it, like it's dance, it's fun. Life is dance, life is fun. Creation is happening all the time, and creating things is that dance, and it's fun. And it doesn't matter what the creation is. This is where I think people kind of get confused. I can't express to anybody why I need to make films, and I don't need to. It's just how I'm cooked up. But you're cooked up to do something too.
Yeah.
Everybody's cooked up to do something, and they can change that. They can try it. They can be a filmmaker. They can be a musician, they could be a coach, they could do it, like, I mean, anything. Find what it is in you. So if you come along with us, you see that happening, and you can find that and refine that and look deeper into what you truly love to do, what you're cooked up to do, right? And then go after that in some way. It doesn't have to be a big way, it can be a small way, but you can start to see who you really and truly authentically are. And that, I think, is the power of us, of humans. That is it, you know.
Amazing. So exciting to hear this project is coming about since we spoke even a year or even more than a year ago, when the ideas were ideas, and now it's actions. Actions are being taken. So yeah, amazing, amazing. So pleased for you, Carey, and
Thank you.
and um and everyone that's going to be involved. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We can do another talk about progression. Happy to like
Yeah.
Who talks
Yeah,
about the progression all the way through this project because it's right into what I believe about neurocreative leadership is all about as well. So
yeah, it's perfect. And I'll just say one last thing on that is that, like, I love that you brought up that we talked a long time ago and they were ideas. And even those ideas, there were some little action steps happening. This is the stuff we want to show people. A movie doesn't isn't some magically appearing thing. Nothing in life is that way, but you contemplate, you have a vision, you then you wait till it's formed to take whatever steps it is. And there's no right or wrong in doing any of it. And there it is. And just you mentioning that is exactly how things have come. And so that's just powerful. And with what you teach and do, it like there is something like there's ways to find people help you to understand that. I mean, like, and that is fantastic. So thank you so much, and I appreciate your friendship and always our time and exploring our crazy minds together.
amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, if you've enjoyed that, and you want to get involved, or I'm sure we can make sure that there's links to where things are, where to get involved or find out more about this later once they're available, or when what things are available now. And yeah, make a movie. Let's make a movie. Be part of a movement.
Yeah, a movement. Yes, that's exactly what it is, a movement. I love that. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, much love. And yeah, love to hear feedback. If you share it with anyone, tag someone in that's loves movies or any part of movie making and neurocreativity, neurodiversity, neuro wonderfulness and collaboration and communication and yeah, all of those wonderful things. And
Yeah.
take it easy. Have a great day.
Bye all. Thank you.